Welcome to this short interview. Dane here, Chief Medical Advisor at Active IQ. So I'm joined by Andy today, who's the lead for the Mental Health First Aid qualification. So Andy, welcome. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself before we get started?
Yeah, of course. So I've been with Active IQ for over 6 months now. I've worked in previous qualification development roles, but with a background in psychology and mental health, developing this qualification has been great because it's a qualification that we really do need, raising awareness of such an important issue.
So mental health first aid is a kind of phrase that most people have not really heard of or are not familiar with. So can you start by telling us a little bit about what mental health first aid is, Andy?
Absolutely. So the qualification mental health awareness has 2 units, and one of those units is mental health first aid. And just like normal first aid, I think it's really important that everyone has a basic knowledge of mental health first aid. There's 4 key principles to mental health first aid. So preserving life, preventing harm, providing comfort and promoting recovery for the person. And the course will really teach those basic skills.
Okay, so that's really interesting, Andy. So, obviously mental health first aid is a really important part that maybe a lot of us are possibly doing in different ways but aren't necessarily aware or haven't had formal education before. If we take this a little bit further to the actual qualification, could you tell us a little bit more about the actual qualification itself?
Absolutely. So in terms of who it's aimed for, it's aimed at everyone really. So whether it's a parent who's supporting a child, whether it's someone supporting a friend, whether it's an employer supporting a colleague, everyone, with 1 in 4 people having some kind of mental health issue in their life, everyone needs to be aware of it. So students, teachers, training providers, everyone should have some basic mental health awareness and first aid. So in short, everyone.
Perfect, sounds good. So I guess really to finish off, just some questions more about the qualification itself. So someone taking this qualification, what would that look like in terms of time?
Yeah, so it's a 20-hour total qualification time. So as I mentioned, we've got the 2 units. So the mental health awareness, so that's gaining knowledge and understanding of some key mental health conditions, so such as depression, schizophrenia. It's exploring some mental health facts and myths. It's exploring how to improve your own mental health and manage your own mental health, and reducing stigma, discrimination, and getting us all to talk about mental health. So with some workbooks, some e-learning, loads of really good support around the qualification. People will have that awareness, and in terms of mental health first aid, they'll be learning what we call the ALGI steps of mental health first aid.
Perfect. Right, I won't get you to tell us too much more because I guess that's in the qualification.
That's more to come, yeah.
Exactly. But I guess, the key things here that we've obviously talked about is, this is a really important qualification. And hopefully the more people that do this, the more people we can identify early with a mental health problem in a range of settings, and hopefully increase or raise awareness and better support for mental health in the UK.
Yeah, so get people talking, and actually having that conversation could save a life. I think that's the take-home message. So enjoy the qualification. Perfect.
Thanks Andy for joining
Dave.
us today.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Hopefully you'll all agree this is a really exciting qualification, and this is a qualification particularly that we're all really enthusiastic about Active IQ, and it's going to be launched in November, so do look out for it. If you've got any questions in the meantime or you're really keen to deliver it, do get in touch with us early. See you soon.